सहना ववतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं श्रुतवासकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तो पुनः पुनः। ईश्वर गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। So today we are going to another topic, the Banapasta sannyas, that what I have been declared before also, but some already will concentrate. We will begin with Tantra the further classes due to everybody is the busy. So after 2 months, then we start this Banapasta sannyas course discourses. Today only the one class I am going to teach. So begin with Tantra, it can continue for 2 weeks. So after that we can study Advait Vedanta. We can study sannyas is all about Advait Vedanta. Topics about Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutras, many other subjects. But one of them, out of many subjects, I put the Shiva Sutras. Shiva Sutra is taught by, revealed by the Lord Shiva. Even in study the beginning of Tantra, it was revelation also by the Lord Shiva as well. So Shiva Sutra is the Lord Shiva and explaining what is the actual Atma. Shiva Sutra speaking about what is the essence of life, or essence of understandings, or essence of the absolute, or the essence of the reality. So you can go many topics about self, or you can say who am I. So Shiva Sutra is a science. It leads to the understanding of the essence of our nature. Like you have been study began with Tantra. So Mother Parvati, the Shakti, the concept of Shiva, asking all the questions in order to attain the final wisdom of the Shiva consciousness or the Bhairav consciousness. But began a Tantra and the Shiva Sutra was a little bit different. There is Mother asking the Devi, the goddess asking about to. So I have been studying so many things, but still, and I'm suffering. So please teach me such a science so that I can free from all kind of sufferings, all kind of doubts, in order to understand myself. So mainly, so consult the Devi suffering. Like Lord Buddha also taught the science of Buddhism, the meditations. So when he left the home, He was suffering a lot. So therefore, root cause of sufferings, to know what is the root cause of sufferings. Lord Buddha never speak what was the enlightenment. He never speak about it. He never speak what is Atma, your body or mind, nothing. He speak about why I am suffering. What is the root cause of suffering? To know the root cause of sufferings, to know the root cause of obstacles. So that the Buddhist teachings. So Buddhist teachings all about how to live in peace and harmony. Right? So that's the main theme of the Buddhism. To know the root cause of suffering. Like when you go to doctor, you never ask to doctor, I want to be healthy. Generally, we go to doctor, you see, I have the headache. Can you give some tablet to free from the headache? Or I'm suffering cancer. Can you give some medicine to free from the cancer? Right? Or I have some ear problems. Can you give some medicine so I can cure my ear? Maybe have, but you forget your intestines, forget your legs. But whatever you have the problems, we explain to doctor that time, right? You have problems with your husband or your partner, you don't explain to your doctor. But simply you have eye problems, you go to doctor. You have throat problems, you go to doctor. So you always go to doctor where the major problems you have, right? And you forget the minor problems. But generally, minor problems also leads to the bigger problems as well. But you forgot it. Similarly, so we always uh, go to doctor how to cure our present disease, not the future, not what happened in the past. Whatever come to surface level, right? What come to surface level, and that you have to cure, and you think you are healthy, right? But generally, when you cure one disease, another disease starts generally. But somehow, so Lord Buddha said that he was not meditating to cure the diseases, and but he tried to investigate, he tried to understand, or he was inquiring how I can free from the root cause of suffering, where the suffering coming from, why I am suffering, why I have the headache. But he did not ask, can you give medicine to cure my headaches or cure my suffering? No, he's searching why this suffering starts, where the suffering coming from, what are the root cause of sufferings, right? So this is a Buddhist teaching. Similarly, so Lord Shiva explaining in his Shiva Sutras, what is exactly I am? What is the real consciousness? What is the absolute consciousness? What is the reality? What is the essence? So Lord Shiva revealed in Agam Sastras, in Saiva Agama, Saivism, like you study Hinduism, Saivism, Buddhism, Yogaism, Tantraism, Saktaism, right? In the science. So this is called science of Shiva Tattva, like science of yoga, science of tantra, science of Sakti, right? Like science of Jainism, science of Christianism, like this. Like religious and Hinduism, Christianism, Judaism, Jewish, like you understand me, Jainism. Similarly, it's called Saivism. Saivism means and to know and who am I? What is the truth? Then the Lord Shiva say that Chaitanya the sutra number 1, that already I have been told. So what is consciousness? What is absolute consciousness? What is which consciousness can lie all the time? It was, it is, and it will be. Says here, Chaitanya Atma. He not say this body, the Jivatma, is called conscious. No, he not say that. He understood that this body will die. And you know that, and you also know you will die one day, and that is not conscious. So how this body is survived then? And when you die, what is the absence and what is the present now? Why you have life now? What is there? And I mean, you don't believe you're going to die. If somebody die, what is the absence there? Understand? I already say that in human ego, you never believe you will die one day, right? You never believe that. Sometimes you don't believe you will be old. Sometimes you don't believe even your knee have the problem. So when you're a child, you never think about your knee have the problem, or your chest have problem, or shoulders have problem, or hair going to falling down, eyes falling down, or you sometimes think, oh, I don't need glasses to look, until you put the glasses on your eyes. We don't realize these things, but it is a fact. So you are going to die one day. But we have to think now. So what we have, so that we have life, right? What do we have now? So we are able to speak, we are able to look, we are able to express, we are able to eat. So what I have? So you have to have self-help. And when somebody dies, you don't believe die, but somebody died. What was their absence? In case, for example, your grandfather was alive and grandfather died. What was absence there? So that he died. He no more eating, no more coffee, no more joking, no more watching television, and no more making jokes, right? Right? Your grandfather, grandmother, they gone. So why they gone? Why their body die? Do you ever think about it? No, you never think about it. You have to think about it. And you see that your grandfather, grandmother also they are suffering. Just take your own examples, your own families. They are also suffering. They have also difficulties. Similarly, they also lose their teeth, they lose their legs, lose their eyes, lose their ears, lose their hairs, they become old. But why not believe this yourself, and why not accept this? You accept your grandfather died. You accepting your grandfather's teeth is broken, but you don't accept yourself your teeth is broken, right? No, we don't accept ourselves. But your grandfather body, your body, there's no difference because everybody life. So we have to have some kind of a very good self-analysis. Atma Chintan. So the Banaprastha sannyas is all about self-introspections. To be a monk. Sannyas is another title, another meaning is monk who renounce worldly objectives in order to attain the final freedom or final enlightenment to know themselves. That's all. So it's called self-introspections. Am I clear? These self-introspections. So Lord Shiva explaining Chaitanya Chaitanya means consciousness, awareness, Atma. Atma means soul. But we don't know that. So here the master or teacher, they guide you, look, oh my dear, common man, man or woman, oh gentleman. Dear, we say, dear gentleman or the ladies and gentlemen. So you have to understand yourself. You are not this body. You are the soul, the spirit, which is eternal, which is the consciousness. And why is this consciousness absent with you? You are declared death. And why we are suffering? Suffering is there. We have a lack of the pranic energy, the vital energy. So all diseases are happens. All suffering starts. Lack of energy, lack of prana, that's the root cause of all kind of sickness. That we have to be understood and clearly. If I have enough prana, there is no sickness. So you can see in ancient time, they have so much prana, they have so much vital energy. They live for thousand years. Thousand years. Even they live as a young. Of course, death must be sure. No one can protect the death. And that is evident. And it is a fact. Will die today or tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like he was born. If he, and you see that you sometimes celebrate your birthday celebration. Do you ever celebrate your death day? No. Your grandchildren's are a celebration of the death day. That we call to pray to for ancestors. And we specially celebrate this, giving them food and do rituals. In India, we have. In West, we don't have such kind of things, but we do. Once a year, we may go to cemetery, put some flowers, or remember this. It's kind of remember, same thing, but we do some pujas, rituals. Invoke them. We give flowers, we give them food once a year. So why? That is celebration. It's not about celebration of death. Celebration of the new birth of your forefathers, or you pray for their liberation. Two reasons. You not celebrate their birth, death day. You say pray for their peace of the soul, right? When you go to cemetery, you always pray peace of their soul, calmness of the soul. Let rest the soul of my grandfather to be relaxed, to be calm, no tensions, wherever he is, right? So exactly, we are not celebrating the death day, but always we are celebrating birthday, right? That's the biggest culture in West you have. Generally in India, we don't celebrate the birthday so much. Rather, we celebrate the death day. When people die, we celebrate that very nicely. We have a lot of rituals with the Brahmins and sadhus and saints, and we invoke and the mantras and rituals so that the soul can rest in the peace. We have very good rituals. It means when soul rests in the peace, it can take a new birth for liberation. Prayers that does not help for the soul of your forefathers to liberation, not possible. They're not possible to liberation. Each an individual has to work out for their final liberation. No one can help you for your own liberation, no matter. Everybody can help you for survive, but nobody can help you for a final liberation. You will die, you will be reborn again. But somebody pray for you so that you can have good birth. Generally, we pray as you are coming as a human body, you are supposed not rebirth as a animal. You are supposed to rebirth as a human being, so that you are able to again work for the final freedoms. Because human consciousness only can work for the final liberations. There is no other way. And sometimes you are addicted with your dog or cat or rat or mouse. And next life you will born as a dog also and a cat also. That we have to be very clear. You can born as a cockroach, mosquitoes, if I have not good karma. So therefore in India, we pray to our forefathers. They're supposed to born as a human being. They're supposed to work for their final liberation as well. We pray for their peace of the soul, rest in peace. Right? It's very common. Around this universal. You always pray for the soul, the spirit, right? Rest in peace of the soul. Am I clear that? May God bless you. May God bless the of my forefather. Their soul has to be rest in peace. That's all. And we pray for that. And when we pray, it does work. It does work. Because you invoke. It's clear now that? So therefore, and we have to, this is the subject of a self-introspections. How to free from sufferings. Because once you free from suffering, you can think about freedom or enlightenment. Otherwise, not possible. Right? Otherwise, not possible. When you go to doctor, what do you think? He never asks complete help to the doctor, but simply asks what is your problems that time. And when the eyes problem finish, you forgot your health. Sometimes your health is general health, check up this properly. What do you have problems? That is self-introspections, self-analysis. Most of the time you pray to God when you have the problems. But we must also pray when you are also good health. So science of yoga taught you how to have good health so that you can meditate properly to know yourself. So therefore, the science of yoga taught you how to have a healthy body and mind and spirit so that you are able to have self-introspections to meditate. to know yourself. So this is about the Saivism, the Shiva Sutras. Chaitanya. So you must know that so absence of the Atma is declared as a death. So this is one of the secret signs which master make you aware, make you conscious. Is it not a secret? Who can listen this? Nothing. Sometimes you say, I can read the book, I know it. Actually, you don't know. If you know, then there is no suffering. To know means to realize, experience, not intellectually. You have to experience, I am not this body. Then, whatever the problems come to the physical body, so naturally you are free from suffering. So you have to realize, I'm not this body, no problems. Whatever problem comes to the physical body, and you are a witness of your sickness. So naturally, when a witness of your sickness, like a lawyer, lawyer in the court, they're witness of their clients. Client is suffering, but they're witness of the client's sufferings. So lawyer never suffering, but a client is suffering. Similarly, you have to be like a lawyer and witness of your sickness. And who is witness? Witness your soul, the spirit. Soul has no problems. Like a lawyer. Lawyer not involved of your problems. Lawyer simply witness of your problems. Right? And he simply try to help you in the court to getting out of the problems. Like justice. So she has to be giving the results. So when you realize and witness of the problems, so naturally you're going to experience the soul or spirit. So soul and spirit is like justice. Is completely free from all kind of problems. Justice, the judge, he free from all the problems. The judge never attachment with the no clients. Right? There are two parties. There is something witness. Clients, lawyers, like that. Similarly, so step by step. So you have to be so like a chief justice who decide and who's suffering? Your body, the mind, the sense, all things are suffering. So as you pain in the eyes, your eyes suffering. So as pain in the ear suffering. Because you realize you are the ear, you are the eyes. But you don't realize I am the soul, I am the spirit. Chaitanya Atma, the consciousness itself, the Atma, the soul. Right? So this is very important to understand. They say but you can go to commentaries, but I try to go to second sutras. You can read in future, but Sutra Chaitanya Atma, what I will explain you. But later we shall go to the second sutras. For this year, we have been last year. Then second sutra comes. Jnana Bandha. This is the taught by Lord Shiva. Jnana Bandha. Jnana means wisdom or the knowledge. Bandha. They say that Bandha means Bandha means suffering or bound or binding you or bondage. Bandha means bondage. Like you study asana, pranayam, mudra, bandha. Bandha means bondage, control, locked. Bandha means locked or the bondage. Jnana bandha. They say why you are suffering, why you feel in the prison, why you feel somebody binding us, why you feel bandha, like somebody locked you. What is that? Say Jnana Bandha. The translation say that the limited knowledge, we have knowledge, but limited knowledge is cause of sufferings. Limited knowledge, the reason are all sufferings, all difficulties. Right? It's all sufferings, all miseries. So therefore, Ajnanam or the ignorance of one's real nature, which is a kind of a limited knowledge. So the second Sutra Lord Shiva say that if you don't know what exactly you are, this is called limited knowledge. If you think I am only the body, the mind, the limited knowledge is all about you. When you don't know what is the real, what is the essence, that limited knowledge. You may have the knowledge, you may have the master degree in the science, in biology, in geography. You may educated well, but if you don't know yourself, it's called limited knowledge. Right? It's a limited knowledge. No matter what kind of knowledge you have, still you have ignorance, avidya. Whatever knowledge you have materially is called avidya. No wisdom. Because whatever vidya you have, it leads to the suffering, is called avidya. No knowledge. Not wisdom. As for the Lord Shiva. Right? If you master the philosophy, master the yoga, master this and that, but you don't know what is yourself, it's called ignorance, avidya. It means lack of wisdom of yourself is called avidya. So therefore, vidya means which wisdom is help to know yourself, to understand I am Atma, I am consciousness all the time. I am, I will be, and I was. So naturally, all kind of sufferings, all kind of difficulties, you will be free. Right? So therefore, we have to understand what is called Jnana Bandha. So that is the second sutra of the Shiva Sutras. So limited knowledge, but how the limited knowledge happens? Because the limited knowledge happens when you live in the dualistic world. You see, when you live in the samsara means the life, the world of material world. And again, I try to remind you, whatever is experienced by the senses, by the mind, by the emotions is limited. Because your senses, whatever experience the eyes, is not a reality. Your eyes, you lose one day. Either after death, sometimes even in your life, sometimes you can also lose the eyes as well. Like many blind people, for example, they also lose the eyes. Means whatever we are receiving knowledge by the senses is limited. This knowledge does not help us, to understand ourselves. And this knowledge also leads to the sufferings. And that is called bondage. Through eye, through the ear, through the skin, we have so many temptations. Through the mind, sometimes some desires are fulfilled, some desires not fulfilled. That are root cause sufferings. means limited knowledge. Right? So root cause of sufferings is whatever receiving the knowledge by the senses. Or whatever receiving the knowledge in this material world, like sometimes knowledge comes by the elements, like yesterday explained, 5 senses of the actions, 5 senses of the knowledge, 5 senses of the pranas, 5 pranas, Panchagni, 5 senses of the, like the 5 elements, then mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. So these are the material world and where you receive a lot of knowledge. This knowledge is helping to survive, but does not help to know yourself. But we need also to survive as well. As I said that always. Always you have to give importance of your survival. And once you survive, is helping you how to experience the highest wisdom, the Atma. So therefore, again, Lord Shiva tried to explain you where you are suffering, what the root cause of suffering is the limited knowledge, not knowing what the reality. And once you know the essence of reality, is help you in order to understand yourself. Chaitanam Atma. Then you will become fully conscious. And when you're fully conscious, fully mindful, so naturally you free from all kind of suffering. There is nothing to be. There will be no obstacles at all. There are no bondage. So it means you have to be well educated for yourself. Then the question mark is it I'm not educated? No. Answer is no. You are not well educated. Therefore you are suffering. If you know suffering, that means you are well educated. So you have to ask yourself, is it I'm well educated or I'm non-educated? Education not about to you pass the exam in the bachelor degree or master degree in geography or history or the philosophy or whatever the degree you hold in. This is not education. This is your social education. Is helping you to have chapati, to bread, the salad, the house, pay the electric bills, to marry, to get some children, but does not help you for sufferings. It does not help you free from the sufferings. Right? All your social education, nothing is the earning every day. Earning every day, food. Whatever education you do the job, you get money, you buy the bread, you buy the fruits, you buy the house, feed your children, feed your husband, whatever. But does help you free from suffering? Answer is no. Not at all. It means you have no education. Education of a reality. To knowing the reality, knowing the truth. And all of us know also. And you know also. In the social life, we have so many difficulties, so many sufferings. So therefore we study the spiritual science to know what the essence. And throughout all civilizations, everybody is suffering. True. Like great masters like Lord Buddha. Even Jesus you see. Even Jainism see. Like a Mahavir. So everybody searching the truth, the love, and eternal freedoms. And eternal freedom only appears when you are getting out of the limited knowledge. That means you have to achieve the eternal consciousness. So then we are going to sutra number 3. So sutra number 3, they say Yoni Vargaha Kalasa Sariram Yoni Vargaha Kala Sariram. So they translate yoni. Yoni means the source of a world, the object of the world. Yoni, we say that the source of creation, source of the world, source of the universe. Yoni Varga. This is a Varga, class of tattvas, principle and elements. Yoni Varga therefore means Maya and her brood, the class of elements to which she gives rise and which thus constitute the source of this world. Kala, activities, Sariram, whose form is activities. Activities through which worldly life is carried out. So Yoni Varga means is a Maya Mala. Kala Sariram is the karma or man. The word bandha is the bondage. Is understood. Bondage is the second sutras. What we have been studying now. The word bandha is understood in this sutra. Also, therefore, the sutra means Maya Mala, Karma Mala are also the cause of bondage. So the divisible bondage, that is the two things are there. But that we are going to study more elaborately. Next sutras will be more clarified. So which kind of knowledge? I already explained you, some summarize, but we have to go more details. Which kind of knowledge is really the cause of our sufferings or cause of the bondage? The sutra has been slightly differently interpreted by another commentary called Bhaskara in the Shiva Sutra Vartikam. According to him, Yoni means the four Shaktis of Amba, Jeshta, Raudri, and Bama. Kala means later from the A to Kya, which bring about words. The above Shakti through the influence of word bring about sort of construct owing to which the self is reduced to an imperial being, thus suffers bondage. But that is a little bit difficult to understand now. So to clarify, they say that here Yoni means the Shakti, the force of Amba, Jeshta, Raudri, and Bama. That you know that Prakriti. Prakriti means nature. Then another is called Kala means later from A to Kya, which brings about words. So it is the world of Shakti, dualisms. So we have two kind of knowledge, divisible two kind of knowledge that you have been studying began with Tantra. I try to integrate. Some knowledge we are experience through the Prakriti is help you survive, and some knowledge help you Nirakar, means beyond Prakriti. So therefore, even you have knowledge of Shakti, even you are awakening the Kundalini, so what happens? Awakening Kundalini means awakening the Shakti power, Shakti energy. That is the main theme of Tantra. Most of the time people ask me, what is real Tantra? Tantra is all about awakening the Shakti, the prana, nothing else. There are so many techniques, there are different issues. If you ask me what is Tantra, Tantra means really awakening the prana, to know the essence of prana, not lose the prana. And once you are awakening the prana, it means you are awakening the Shakti. And through the Shakti, through the prana, and you are walking towards understanding the Shiva Tattva. Shiva Tattva means absolute consciousness. And when you awaken in Kundalini means you are overmastered of the physical body, astral body, and causal body. Is the real meaning of Tantra. Sometimes you're reading 1,000 books about Tantra, 1,000 techniques without understanding of nothing. Very simple. And even if you begin with Tantra, when you study higher and higher, you understand that cosmic prana. Through that cosmic prana, you are going to understand the cosmic consciousness. absolute consciousness. And the cosmic prana is nothing but the Shakti, the Prakriti. So we have to develop this consciousness. In order to access the Shiva consciousness, the eternal consciousness. So, Yoni Vargaha Kala Sariram. So, this sutra try to explain you what is Kala and what is Sariram, what is Yoni Varga, what is the source of this creation, what is the source of a world, what are the objectives, then what kind of knowledge. Kala means your activities, Sariram means which form of activities. And we can be more clear that the same sutra. They try to be a little bit more clear about this kala. This kala brings about limitation in respect of agency or the efficacy. Number two, vidya brings about limitation in respect of knowledge. Raga brings about desire for this or that. Kala brings about limitation in respect of time, past, present, and future. Niyati brings about limitation in respect of cause. So, but we have to understand the sutra number 2 is related to sutra number 3. When you study Yoga Sutras, sometimes you study Yoga Sutra. If you have been Yoga study, I always say that when you study some kind of Tantra, Shiva Sutra also is the Tantric perspectives. It is also Saivism. It is also part of Tantra. You study Vijnana Tantra, part of Shaktism. When you study Yoga Sutra, for example, you study Sutra number 2, Chitta Vritti Nirodha Yoga, Chitta Vritti Nirodha. What is yoga? One sentence only. To control the suggestion of the chitta is known as yoga. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. What is yoga? Chitta, the consciousness. Vritti, the activities of the consciousness. That will translate as a activities of the mind or the modification of the mind. Nirodha means not to flow, ceased. It does not say that control. It doesn't say that to bondage. No. Nirodha means not to flow. So let not to flow the modification of the mind. What does that mean? Not let flow the fulfill the desires of the modification of the mind. That's the cause of sufferings. And the cause of suffering is there, then how can understand yoga? Yoga means to experience the super consciousness. Yoga means to understand ourselves. Yoga means attain the stage of contentment, the stage of bliss, where nothing to achieve anymore. Therefore, they say that yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Then you ask, then master, the student asks, oh master, if I understand yoga, if you understand chitta, if you understand not to flow, if I cease my chittas, if I cease my modification in the mind, if I control my mind, if I understand my mind, if I understand my conscious mind, unconscious mind, subconscious mind, so therefore I suppose not here. I don't need master your help. I don't understand. Therefore, I need your help. Please explain me how to control my chitta, how to control my mind, how to free from all sufferings, how to understand yoga. Master say, wait, let us jump to second chapter of the Yoga Sutras. Not possible, you cannot understand. Then you jump to second chapter. So what to do? You do tapasya first. To control mind means you need some kind of a instrument. But when you come to our school, you say you can't control the mind, you can't understand what is yoga. Let practice asanas. Yeah, I'm coming to study yoga. I know all asanas. But if you understand all asanas, if you understand yoga, why you are here in this school to study? No, you don't understand yoga. So let practice asanas. When you practice asanas, I know these asanas. Okay, why not practice yourself? Why come to this school? That means you don't practice. You have to practice Surya Namaskar. Then teacher says practice Surya Namaskar. I know this. I want to learn new something. I understand yoga. What do you want to new? Nothing. You want to intellectual to know. Does not help. So practice Surya Namaskar. Right? That help you some concentration of the mind. That is how you can understand your mind, how you can understand your body, what happening within yourself. And when you practice asanas, what helping? You find knee pain, lower back pain, your stretching starts. Sometimes you cannot breathe. When stretching, your stomach pain starts, many things. That means you realize the mind, the unconscious mind, what happening. Unconscious mind you can see, but unconscious mind you can see within yourself what happening within yourself. Now you're sitting there, you don't feel pain in any part of the body, but do Surya Namaskar, you find the pain in your lower back or leg stretchings, cramps comes, shoulder starts pain, many other place starts stretching away. So when I say, oh, my body not flexible, I have a lot of pain, I can't stretch. So why, where the pain coming from? Pain is coming from your unconscious mind, and you forget that. So they are practice asanas. Then that going to help to understand your mind. Conscious mind or unconscious mind, that is called chitta. But you don't understand this. And you denied the teachings of the masters. I don't want, I know Surya Namaskar. You teach me something new. Okay, headstand, I know this. Pavnota, I know it. Tradition, addition, I know it. Mudras, I know it. Everything denied. But how to understand yoga? Why you are here? You don't understand nothing. And when teacher says that you don't understand nothing, he say, do you think I'm foolish here? Question comes here because your ego hot, ignorance, limited knowledge. So unless a master like me, I say, I'm sorry, get out of this school. I always say that. If you find like me as a master, I simply say that get out of this school. Get out of the ashram. Get your money, get lost. Because unless you pay the money, you want to study something. I say, no, you are lost already. Don't waste your time, don't waste my time as well. I tell very straight, many places. Because you don't understand. Sometimes people come to my place or school. They want to learn how to apply the yogic science. I studied teacher training, how to apply. I say clean the floor, clean the toilets, go to office, clean the books. Because when you go back to your home, what do you do? You are not doing 24 hours all asana practice, all pranayam, close your eyes and meditate. Or do yoga nidra 24 hours. What do you do? When you go back to home, when you go back to home, you are engaged in your social duties. Making chai for your husband, cleaning the bottom of your child, right? Liner, clean the children, go to school, clean their cloth, clean the floor, clean the toilets, go to office, fix the things, go to your boss. So you have so many work, practical life, but how to apply? You say you are a yogi, you go to office, I do asanas in office, not possible. I want to yoga nidra. What is applied science? You have to work. And when you work, a lot of expectations. And you not fulfill that. And your stay starts in work. So we teach in our ashram, clean the floor, clean the toilet, go to office, go to library, go to cleaning the, for example, garden, go to banking. We do so many activities in the ashrams. So you are applied yogic science and not expect the results of your actions. That will applied yogic science, which today is not available around the world. You study yoga teacher trainings. After yoga teacher training, you get some certificate. What are you going to teach? Asanas or pranayam, whatever you study. People have a lot of problems. They come to your studio. They say, I have a lot of stress. I want to study yoga so I can free from stress. Of course, they practice. They pay for $20 or $30 or 10 euros, and you are happy. You come in your studio. You get your bread, butter, chapati. Whatever money comes, you buy your alcohol bottles or smoking or drinking, whatever money you use as a yoga teacher. You know that. Many yoga teachers, they buy the hashish. Many yoga teachers buy the ganja marijuana to drink. They go to eating the meat. Many yoga teachers around the world, I saw it. But people come, they practice yoga asanas 1 hour in a yoga studio. They feel very nice. But after out of the yoga studio, same problem starts. Same problem starts again, return to you. So where you resolve all your issues by practicing yoga, actually you don't understand. You don't apply yoga sense at all. So today around the world, people practice yoga. Many yoga teachers, not only the students, all yoga teachers have more problems than yoga students. Nobody free from the sufferings, difficulties, is limited only in the studio, in the class. That time you feel comfortable. It means you don't understand the chitta. My context is why I quote this, why I give example. It means you don't understand the conscious, the unconscious, the subconscious mind. Then how can you understand your Atma is conscious? You are remain unconscious all the time. You are remain like alcoholic persons. You know, when you drink alcohol, most of the time unconscious. You don't know. You pee in your pant, your panties. You know, when I give very nice example. Of course, people watch this in YouTube. You know that when I'm speaking something, it's very clear that this I also put in YouTube so people can watch. We are yogis. We are very practical. So I used to go to Oktoberfest in Germany. It is very famous. It's a famous festival, and many people know Oktoberfest in Germany in Munich, in Munchen. Many people go around the world. So people try to go there. They know they can drink a lot. Famous, they can drink, and whatever the money they spend. Sometimes even 100 euro room, you can find 1,000 even euros one room that time. One bottle of alcohol, maybe 1 euro, they can sell for 10 euro. I remember I used to drink Coca-Cola. That time Coca-Cola 80 cents. A long time before, 2003 or 4. But that time I remember today, we bought for 5 euros for one Coca-Cola bottle. 5 euros, which cent is 80 cents only. 5 euros you have to buy in Oktoberfest. So many, it is very nice, it is interesting. That big story. Oktoberfest, it was born out of a wedding ceremony of that king, that emperor. It was a Oktoberfest happens. It was the time, the wedding ceremony, wedding parties. If I understood correctly, maybe Atman can correct me also. So it was wedding party. But somehow that the festival is keeping going and has the wedding party, but nowadays called these clubs. It's different. It's alcohol parties. Alcohol fest. And many people, and sometimes they drink alcohol, they smash the bottle in their own head. Sometimes they will pee their own pant and cloth. They have no time to release the clothing. They use special kind of cloth. They can pee, so nobody can notice it. Right? The Bavarian special grace. So what I mean, I'm not speaking about Oktoberfest. So my quotation is why I quote this. I try to give this example, put into the consciousness, make you aware. So we are all alcoholic, like Oktoberfest, because we don't know ourselves and we are suffering remain. So it means we have to practice yoga to be consciousness all the time, to be conscious. Conscious of the conscious mind, conscious of the unconscious mind, conscious of the subconscious mind. Not only conscious of the physical body, but conscious of the subtle body, the astral body, the causal body. Then only the awakening Kundalini takes place. And that consciousness will help you for Atma Jnana, Chaitanamatman. Then you say, oh, I am conscious. I am free. I am the love. I am the eternal. The rest of things are nothing important. But you have to realize this. Teacher or the master or gurus, they make you aware. The scripture is there. You can read the books. But what I speak, I make you aware with the examples. Sometimes you lost the example of yourself. Somebody died. You say, death of the someone, not my grandfather. But when your grandfather dies, you feel suffering starts. Right? That means you don't, if somebody dies, we don't bring that consciousness to ourselves. You say grandfather of someone. He is not your grandfather. But if you bring the consciousness, if someone die, that consciousness put yourself, then you realize that consciousness help you. When a grandfather die, you will have no sufferings. That what Lord Buddha. I'm not here blah blah. I just give you an example. So Lord Buddha, he was realized why everybody dying here. What are the reasons? He not think about grandfather or any his mother or grandfather, grandmother, or someone else's relative. He was watching outside. One day he was visiting surroundings of his palace, around the palace, around there are many villages around his palace. He went to see what happening around the village. Somebody died there. And he saw somebody sick there. Why one has to be sick? Why somebody has to die? What is the root cause of that? He asked to his chariot, the person who drive him. Then he said that he was a simple common person. So everybody die, then he will die. That's all. It's the nature. Everybody has to die. You and me. Of course, I supposed to die. Chariot is, when the driver say that, the chariot is, of course, sir, you will be die as well. Okay, you will die as well. Then this consciousness strike his brain, strike his karma. It is karma of the past life. He come to palace. He asks his father or something. Is the leaf has to fall down? Why the leaf has to fall down? The leaf is gone. Life is over. He's died, then another leaf will come. Oh, the leaf has to die also. He was very conscious. You see, many trees die, we never think about it. But Lord Buddha was thinking, why this leaf falling down from the trees? It's called consciousness. So what I mean, if you are conscious, then your suffering became less and less and less and less and less and less. End of the day, there is no sufferings. There is no misery, there is no bondage. And that is called higher knowledge, not limited knowledge. Then you have to understand what is the source of the creation. What is the root cause of the creations? So you have to understand what is the Prakriti, what is the Purusha. And they talk about the creations as well. The source of the creation and source of sufferings. Then, so main theme is like the Yoga Anusasana. The whole theme of the whole Shiva Sutra is all about to know Atma and conscious. That's all, nothing else. To know this much, we take so many lives, we take rebirth to so many lives, right? To understand I'm Atma, this much. Even to understand yoga, we practice so many years to understand what is yoga, to understand what is chitta. Chitta is the root cause of all your sufferings, but very difficult to understand what is chitta. If you don't understand how you can free from sufferings as well, that the Panchagni Yoga Maharshi. Is that you this simple control your chitta, the modification of the mind. Understand yoga, then be free from the all sufferings. But also not possible. But is possible by practicing, doing sadhana, regular practice of the asanas, regular practice of the pranayama, regular practice of mantra japam. That is what our Gurudev son Shiva said that. Regular spiritual practice you need to practice, not knowing by intellect. Like you eating regularly. You see that sometimes you don't take shower regularly, your body smells like stinky, like smelling. You see that sometimes? If you don't take shower even one day, you don't eating one day, you feel hungry, you feel weak. Similarly, you have to do sadhana regularly. You have to practice regularly. Am I clear that? So this does help you how to awakening of yourself, knowing the Atma. Then here a little bit clarification comes. What do you study second sutra? Then I'm going to fourth sutra. Almost is over now. Just to clarify and briefly. The second sutra says that an individual is in a state of bondage because of his innate anavamala. The third sutra says that it is not only the anavamala which is responsible for the individual's bondage, attached to the anavamala as a base. There are two more malas, mayati and karma. They also brings about the bondage of individuals. Look, bondage of all suffering is all about karma as well. Due to karma, we have limited knowledge. Due to karma, we have bondage of life, and that is all sufferings. The Maya Mala provides the individual with the physical and psychic vehicles in which is cabined, caged, and confined. And Karma Mala makes him commit motivated actions. These are the residual traces are not airy nothing. They are a karmic force that drag the individual to earth life again and again. So Sutta number 3 try to clarify why we are reborn again and again. Why you are Yoni, Bargaha, Kalasari, why you take rebirth again and again? Because of her karma, because of individual karmas. And that karma is helping, not helping you. The karma is leads to the limited knowledge. The limited knowledge is the bondage of your suffering, bondage of suffering, bondage of life. Then does not you does not experience the freedom or the love. And if you not experience this, how can you experience the Atma Jnana, the Chaitanya Atma? So to know the Chaitanya Atma, you must free from the karma, free from the bondage of the karma, free from the limited knowledge, then only can help you to experience the supreme consciousness and let free from the all life of the stress and strain. But anyway, you are stressed so much, suffering, forgetting. You are stressed at least. So let stress be free this moment. Like you practice asanas, you are so much stressed, you don't care anything. First do some asanas, Surya Namaskar. Oh, I'm so relaxed now. So we are going to study Sutta number 4. Next time, Jnana Adhisthana Matrakaha. Jnana Adhisthanam Matrakaha. But that I'm going to speak in future. Very nice, very interesting subject. The more you study, like Yoga Sutra, you study more and more, first chapter, second chapter, then you have some good knowledge to integrate. Otherwise, very difficult to understand this. So thanks to all of you. And if you have any questions in this moment, just 5 minutes, then we'll conclude this sections of today. Then we can see each other Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So please, any questions, any doubts regarding what you have been studied in the past? Not only this week or last week, what you have been studying for last 2-3 years, many students study since Corona time with me, since 2020, I think Atman, no? Atman know me since 2020. He's supposed to arrive in Corona time, 2020, month of August. if I'm clear, no? Yes, Atmanam?
Yes, and then Corona broke out, yes. I'm coming.
Corona gone, we have other climate stats. So Atmanam cannot come to India.
I come in August.
So do you have any questions, anyone? Anything?
No questions.
Nothing. Okay. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Sankaram Sankaram Chayam Kesavam Badarayanam सुप्रभासकृतं वन्दे भगवन्तो पुनः पुनः ईश्वर गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिवेदविभागिने व्योमवेदव्याप्तदेहाय श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ओम्। May all beings be liberated. Be liberated. Be liberated. Thank you. Thanks to all of you. God bless you all. Lord Shiva bless you all. Thank you.